something about it. I feel like it's... Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Something tells me...
Clive, my Brotherford informs me that we owe you our...
I would have done this...
You're far too modest, Clive.
From what little...
But, alas, it seems that firm leadership... We must move.
But where do we...
True. The realm's army, as you've seen, certain cities have banded together. And yet, in short...
But how would one...
The armies, my boy. As I told you, sadly. But I do know someone the...
I thought he was retired.
He was. Until an Akashic army and as
Of course you...
And he's agreed to Havel has always been. I extolled your many virtues as best I could have. You don't mind?
Of course not. As long as chaos... And if the field...
That's...
I'll leave for... Would you send us...
Of course. Rutherford is all...
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
No.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen herself.
Pining for something, boy. What is it? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Clap that there iron on him to...
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Doubly happy. Sid would always tell him. You want, I reckon.
I'm sorry, sorry for me. Let's get that... Indeed, you miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you?
Quick, can't you?
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing, innit?
Your kindness is appreciated.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you.
Where to then, talk?
What do you think happened to Miss Middledore?
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid,
Of course.
it is an honor to finally speak with. My name is. I wish to be
No, I will not send. Why would you?
I need to. I was raised in. Or rather, it was not a place of. We were tortured, and few ever
I
survived.
can't imagine.
I lost. But they must be. The Institute was run with military.
But the student. I won't let.
I don't.
You can start by telling me.
Lead a grace.
All right.
May them.
So there's a new mother.
Do you suppose it's magic?
Has Middledore mentioned a new project?
Sid!
With what?
No!
It's Miss Middledore. Very.
When she is.
In the
That's what I...
Well, she does.
not long ago.
Then it's probably just a.
You didn't. Don't listen.
But who's...
You,
Thank.
All this time,
What a word. No.
Is that right?
No.
Is that right?
I'll be here if you need me. Vivian, and I'll be happy to.
Thank you, but
Please. You have always. It's only right that I.
you are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but... But perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book...
Twin sides hundreds of years. If you've got something to ask, ask.
No.
Is that right? I know you'll do right by us, Clive.
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Curse Breakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee...
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting. And since he accompanies you...
Sounds rich.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' test?
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present.
No time.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Sid, do you...
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. And something else.
How did she come?
Finding bearers always was, and it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are... And even better for her. Bearers with no one to look after them.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden curse breakers from traveling, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather...
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to...
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception, and we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the...
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. Chadwick. The thought of him held captive in that place.
He must be very important to you. Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit Walls, just beyond the portcullis. We should head there as quickly as we can.
As do I, Doris.
Must we away? My decision is... You said it yourself. He must be...
He must.
Make ready.
Ah, Clive.
Joshua.
I've received
his will.
In the crypt, beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remain, and in the process,
I'm surprised.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor.
Well,
Very...
All right, Torgal. I'm going to... Do you have a better hint? Unless... Why don't we try... I haven't been to the island in... To Port Isolde. Fingers crossed the old mooring.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is.
Hippocrates. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a one who...
Right, Isolde, but she didn't...
And yet... Clive, I fear she...
The executive...
Coveters a clandestine organization. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks. A tale which could overturn the established order were it all.
How is it that I...
Why they lurk...
Which would explain...
By the hand...
But what drives them? Self-interest or...
Fine, sadly, all that is known of the Executor. You may just as soon ask me of their origin.
In my hunt, what was Vivian expecting?
Not from thin air. Rumors of the Executors are rather less so. I had a friend, alas, but though he did not, if you were, by some chance, able to save even a single...
Very well, I'll be sure to...
You be careful up there.
Whatever should I write next? Perhaps. But with a happy ending, of course.
Mid.
Ah! That's it! I knew it! If this doesn't steer to the...
To the sky? You aren't trying...
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies altered. The Fallen had their chance, but not me. Well...
And is that...
Are you volunteering? But if a godfather's offering to lend a hand, first I'll need oil, then I'll need some bone, or...
If it's beast bones you're after,
No.
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
All right, Sid.
Only if you... Mid needs a piece of light.
Most bones are the... If it's durable...
I do. Well, anyhow...
Well, but don't expect...
I'll keep it...
Twin sides hundreds of...
Make sure you do this time. Oh, and while you're at it... Clive, if you see me dad up there, tell him we were right to leave his legacy with you.
Tell him... He'll be in the front row. There's no way he'd miss this. Well, behave yourself, Mid.
We'll see.
So, you're in charge now, Gav.
And what does Taya have to say about that? Come back before she finds out, eh?
Quixote. I'm sorry.
Your Grace, I shall pray for your safe return.
That's kind of you. But you should pray he took his medicine. I didn't spend all night grinding herbs for his lordship to leave them on his nightstand. Again.
You needn't fear, Lady Tyre. And thank you.
See that your brother comes back in one piece. Or, at most, two. Any more and you can heal him yourself.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, there's nothing to say that hasn't already been said. But that's never stopped me before, so just you do what needs doing. And don't worry about us.
We'll do our best, Uncle.
That we will.
If that is all?
Not quite. Jill.
It's time, isn't it?
It is. Take care of him. And you. You take care of her too, boy.
Don't forget, Clive. We all choose our own path. Believe in yours. I do.
I'll be back. I promise. I love you, Jill.
I know. I love you too.
Now, we have a god to kill.
Here they come! Hold on, Joshua!
Already am!
Make us a way in.
So, this is Origin.
A far cry from heaven.
Where it all began. Where it all begins. Our ark. Your architect.
There you are.
It was here that we slumbered. Here that we waited for centuries, clinging to our decrepit shell, for fear that we might have need of it once again. But you have come at last. And now we shall be truly complete.
Well, there's 3 of us and 1 of him. Let's make it count.
Dominance. We will show you what it means to suffer. is surrendered, this unpleasantness could have been avoided.
Clive! Clive! No. Thank the Founder. Did I mention you look terrible?
That makes two of us.
Oh, I'll be all right.
And Dion. Take my hand.
I told you, I'll be...
Come on.
Thank you.
Press on.
Always.
I'm sorry about Dion.
Don't be. Please. He did what he had to do.
And it's time we did the same. Should we stop?
Because of a cough. No, I think we're past that, Clive.
I suppose we are.
That light, so cold. So empty. We're close, aren't we?
It, seems that way. But I don't want to think what could be waiting for us in there.
Then think instead of those waiting for us at home. Clive.
They can't be.
But they are. This is the Nexus. A wellspring of life. Yours and ours. As we watch the world stumble slowly to its dark end, it was here we pledged a new beginning. And now, with the ether we have harvested, I shall raise my kin from their eternal slumber. That together we may usher in a new age of reason.
This was never about creation. Only self-preservation. You condemned an entire world so that you alone might escape death.
Alone. Him. Alone. Clive. I think I understand. He...
They sacrificed their flesh to become beating hearts of crystal that pumped the land's lifeblood from the depths of the earth unto this very chamber. And thus would they labor still, long after their work was done, had you not set them free.
You meant for us to destroy the mother crystals. It's what you wanted all along.
You have our gratitude, Mythos. In this you have served us well. You have both served us well. Welcome home, brother.
Joshua.
I thought... it was me.
But it wasn't my grasp that grew weaker. It was theirs that grew stronger.
Joshua! No!
And now we can become one.
Clive. Don't speak. Shh. The one possessed of the destructive flames of Ifrit and the healing flames of the Phoenix. This, I once believed, would be Ultima's true form. But I was wrong. I see it now. Why you will never become Ultima's vessel.
I don't care. Just hold on.
Listen to me, Clive. You remember the murals? People once knew that Ultima was their god. That he created them. And they worshipped him, prayed to him, looked to him for guidance.
In vain.
In vain. For he did not listen, did not acknowledge our will, and so we strayed from his path to forge one of our own. So absorbed was he in his own desires, so driven by his own will alone, that he shunned the one thing that could have made him truly powerful. Faith. The same faith people now place in you. Faith that you will fulfill their dream, Sid's dream, of creating a better world for us. Faith that you will follow in Father's footsteps and save those who need saving most. Faith that you will answer Jill's plea to save yourself. The difference is, Clive, that you chose to listen, and that is what has steeled our bonds. Bonds that helped you stand firm when Ultima's pull was at its strongest. His power may be absolute, but so is ours. And so will yours be. With my light in your heart, not even a god might stop us.
Joshua! Don't do it, you'll...
Enough, Clive. My body is too far gone. If the wound does not take me, the curse will. I have always been proud to call you my shield. But now, it is the world that needs you. Thank you, Clive, for being my brother.
Look at me. your eyes! Open your eyes, damn you! Why did you do this? Joshua. Joshua!
And thus does the final piece fall into place. The incantation primed, but one task remains. To empty the vessel.
Still here. With me to the end. Even now, you would deny the inevitable. As we always have, and always will. On this, my sword, I swear, to shield the Firebird's flame forevermore. Nothing